Before you do the checkup on page 28, and looks like it continues to page 29, make sure you look it over carefully and know which type of problem each one is and the formula that you need to use to solve it. I would suggest having a study guide, make those formulas, have those theorems written down, and memorize them and know how to use them carefully, okay? And again, don't just get a number and then go up and mark it wrong and then change it from something that you memorized, because that's not going to help you. When you get to the PACE test, you're going to be totally confused if you have not memorized these formulas, okay? But wow, look at that illustration on the bottom of page 28. That almost looks like an optical illusion, because they have taken several different kinds of problems and put them all embedded in this one diagram. Wow. So let me give you a tip again, all right? If you're on scrap paper, if you sketch just the one angle that you're being asked to solve for, I mean, actually angle 1, I think you'll find that to be pretty easy. And angle 3 is pretty easy. But I was looking at angle 2 here. And of course, if I just sketch the circle and angle 2, now I recognize that, oh, okay, these are two lines intersecting or crossing, meeting out on the outside of the circle. And so in my mind, I remember, yeah, that's right. I have to take the two intercepted arcs and subtract the intercepted arcs, and then take half of that. Okay? But they don't tell me what this number is. But by looking at the diagram, this is given, the 60. They also tell us that from here all the way to here is 148. So there is another clue to the puzzle. You see that? And so if I could just figure out how many degrees it is from here to here, and you can figure that out because you know how many total degrees there are in a circle. All right, so if you take the 360 degrees and subtract 60, and then subtract the 148, then you know how many degrees. Okay, that's the only clue I'm going to give you on that one. And then you apply that formula, solve it, and you can figure out what number 2 is. Okay. The other one that, looking at the test here, at the quiz, the checkup, number 12 had me wondering, angle 6. Whoa, where are they getting that from? And until I noticed that angle 6 is starting at the center of the circle, okay? So I think it goes something like this, and this is a central angle. So there's a clue for you there, just to help you visualize what we're talking about in this diagram. Now, before we leave this, I want you to go to the self-test, okay, on page 46, and notice at the top of the page, there's a diagram just like that. And then I actually have the PACE test here, and I'm just going to quick show you, ta-da, the same kind of a thing on the PACE test. So my point is, don't just say, oh, well, you know, this is too hard, or I'm just going to find some way to get an answer. And no, make sure you learn how to identify. And it's like a puzzle, but see what the parts are and figure out which theorem is being applied, and then solve the equation, and you can get the answer, okay? So I hope you do well on this checkup, and in the rest of the PACE. And at the end of this PACE, you're going to do some constructions using your compass, and it's a little more detailed, a lot more steps involved, but if you follow the directions, I don't think you'll find it too hard, and you may even find it kind of fun, all right?